Hi guys, it's Irene. I'm working from home today, but it is 1 o'clock, so I'm taking my lunch break. I wanted to talk about lessons learned in relationships, but we're gonna do that while I go for a walk, take out my trash, and just check out what Brooklyn's looking like the day after snow day. By the way, it was snowing again a few minutes ago. Okay, so I made it to the park. Um, I'm at spot one. I'm going to change locations throughout this video. You can see back there all the people sledding. What I want to say is, at this point, the first thing you should know if you're going to go into a relationship with someone is know who you are. A lot of times people go into relationships without knowing what's important to them. And while relationships you can grow with each other, most of the time you're not going to, because what happens is you find out things that you can't stand about a person while you're with them. And so before you move in with anybody, before you agree to marry someone, know who you are, know what's important to you, what you value as a human being, how you want to be treated. And if that person doesn't fit into that at all, 100%, don't do it, because it's going to just get worse. It will not get better. I learned that my ex-husband cursing and yelling at his mother and his sister was only going to continue with me, and it did. And it turned out to be something that I could not tolerate. I was so unhappy because I felt devalued. I was talked to like trash just because he was angry. And it's not something that anyone should tolerate. So I just want you guys to know that you really should know yourself, what you're willing to tolerate. So yeah, know thyself. The second thing is know the person you're with. Really get to know them well, what's important to them, and learn who they are through their actions, not necessarily through what they say, because what people say and what they do are two different things a lot of the time. People will tell you they're a certain way, and then you'll see the behaviors that they're not. So that's another tip. Learn the person you're with inside and out. One of the other things I wanted to mention about relationships and going into them is, do not overlook things without addressing them, because they will not get better. If they're cheating on you once, they will cheat on you again. Beyonce, hear me out. He's done it more than once. If they disrespect you once, they will disrespect you again. If they hit you once, they will hit you again. Behaviors don't change until someone decides, I want to change a certain behavior. I've done that with myself, with as judgmental as I used to be in the past. I'm much better now. I'm still a bit judgmental, but nowhere near to the level I was before. I'm more of a that's on you kind of stuff. But I made the decision to change because I knew it was a poor character trait. The other thing I wanted to tell you is that I think this is tip number 4 or 5. Um, is that don't let someone gaslight you into thinking that you caused their bad behavior. If someone does something, it's because they chose to do it. Now, and it may be a reaction to something you did, but you didn't cause them to do that. They did it themselves. If someone cheats, it's not because you got heavy. It's because they chose to not talk to you about what was important to them. If someone leaves you without talking to you about it, it's a choice they made because of their inability to communicate their issues. So don't let anyone tell you you're the problem. Another tip is, while you are loving someone else and giving all to them, you have to love yourself. If you stop loving yourself, you stop taking care of yourself, you stop doing for you, what happens when that person is gone, either by choice or by death? What happens to you when that person is gone? You will not know what to do. You will not know how to take care of yourself because you stopped loving yourself. Always love yourself first before you love someone else. One of the other things I wanted to tell you is that communication is key. Without communication, you don't have a relationship. If you're not talking to your significant other about anything and everything, and you should be talking to them about everything, believe it or not. All your fears, your hopes, your dreams, things that happen, things you want to happen, things that happened and you didn't like, all of that stuff, everything. There should be no secrets between two partners. You should know everything about the person you're with. And that comes from communication. And that communication breeds trust. Without communication, there is no trust. Without trust, there is no relationship. So you have to be able to feel comfortable enough to tell your partner anything and everything. And if you are not comfortable enough telling them that, either you have issues communicating or they're not making you feel safe enough to communicate. And the last thing I'm going to tell you guys is know when to let go and don't be afraid to let go. If you are able to do all the other things and it still didn't work out, love yourself enough to know that this does not work. I know for me, I definitely probably should have let go some time ago, but I just give people a lot of chances, and I had to learn the hard way. I shouldn't be doing that. You have to be able to be strong enough to walk away from situations that are not working for you. And it doesn't have to be extreme. There doesn't have to be violence involved. It doesn't have to be abuse involved. It doesn't even have to be cheating involved. But if something is not working out because people's behaviors are not what you expect them to be, your dreams, your hopes are not being secured, and you've talked about these things and you've tried your hardest to work it out and it's not working, it's okay to let go. Make sure you communicate with your partner your issues prior to this before saying, hey, I'm leaving, or this is not working out, I don't think we should be together. But definitely, once you've done all the hard work and it's still not working, you got to be able to let go. The tips I just gave are from someone, a 50-year-old woman who has learned from what life has taught her. So you can take what I say with a grain of salt. However, everything I said is going to get you to a better place and find your perfect relationship, a relationship that works well for you. Let me take that back. It's not going to be perfect because nothing is perfect. There's no such thing as a perfect relationship. All relationships have their challenges. However, it's how you get through those challenges that really show whether you're going to make it anywhere or not. If you really want a long-term relationship that's gonna work, you're gonna have to do the work. Sorry, that's just how it goes. But that's all I've got for you today, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Happy Monday. I hope you made it through the storm okay with no power outages or anything else. If you like this video, hit the like button, subscribe, and I will see you next time. Tomorrow, maybe? I don't know. We shall see.